You know what's crazy about 170 is I really one of the why I wanted to move up in weight. 90% of the reason was my health for sure, but the other side of it was like 155 is just getting a little too hairy. There's a champ, there's an interim champ. You know, Conor's sitting in the fringes. Whenever he comes back, he's can leapfrog everybody. You know, and he's earned that right, I guess. At that time he had. So I'm like, you know, I'm going to go up to 170. There's just a much more clear picture. And then now that I'm here, it's like Colby won an interim belt. Usman's a champ. There's a BMF belt. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on. I'm like, gosh, shit. Back in the muddy waters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, I get it with Conor though. Like I went to the press conference for Nate and Masvidal, and I'm the one who asked that question. I asked Masvidal, like, what do you want next? A title fight or Conor McGregor? Knowing that all him and Nate ever say is, I want the fight that makes me the most money. So who is that? It's Conor McGregor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like anyone wants that fight with McGregor because it's going to generate the most views. So if you beat Conor McGregor, you're Nate Diaz. You're fucking on. You know what I mean? Like, you're the guy if you beat him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mentioned it to Masvidal, and then all like trolls and internet fucking, internet know-it-alls were like, why would you ask him that question? Why would you ask that question? I'm like, because I knew that's what
It's the elephant in the room. Like, why wouldn't you ask the question? You know what I mean? It's like, that is the money fight. You know, outside of this matchup, which takes these two to make it, it takes Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal fighting each other to make this a money fight. But outside of this matchup, that's the only money fight for either guy. I mean, if I remember right, Masvidal said he would rather fight for the title than fight Conor. Right?
Yes, but then also the only he kind of did like a ploy, if you will. I thought he said the boss said that dude's not man enough for me. So Michael Chiesa, if someone says you're not man enough to fight him, what do you want to do?
Oh, you want to fight him? You know,
you're coming back to fight that guy.
Yeah, well, that just shows that Masvidal is more Masvidal, my boy. By the way, love both guys. That's just showing how fucking smart he is with this shit. Because guess what? He wins, he's gonna fight for the title. Okay, that's just if Masvidal wins, that's an impressive 3-fight win streak you got there. Karen Till, Ben Askren, Nate Diaz. It's just. But it sets him up for both fights. You know what I mean? It sets him up. That statement alone, that he's not man enough to fight me. That's like boom. You just set yourself up for 2 big money fights. You know what I mean? And that just shows that both guys have shown they're very smart with how they market themselves and what they say. Nate like on the other side of things, look at Nate. Nate Diaz's post-fight speeches have got him the biggest paychecks ever. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
Calling out Conor after Michael Johnson. Boom, you get the Conor fight. I'm not surprised, motherfucker. Boom. Shirts and shit, but that is everywhere. You know what I mean? Got this motherfucker title after the Pettis fight. Boom. Now he's in this fight. That both guys are very. People want to talk about how good of fighters they are. Let's also talk about how smart they are with the things they say on the mic. Both guys, and it couldn't have happened to 2 better guys, 2 vets that have been around a long time. They deserve to have this fight. But people don't give them enough credit for how smart they really are.
Oh, 100%. Like, that's even like I was saying. Trolls were saying, why'd you ask that question? He shot the question down. I'm like, not at all. He gave the perfect answer. I basically gave him like a slow pitch in baseball or like a lob. And I was like, here you go. Just hit this one out of the park, Jorge. And Jorge killed it. And then the funniest thing, too, is right after I turned to Dana White, after Jorge shot him down, I was like, Dana, can we make that fight happen? Can the winner of this just fight Conor McGregor so we can get him back in the game? I think Conor, as much as people hate on him, and I'm not the biggest Conor fan, but he's great for the sport because he brings more eyes. He brings the pay scale up, the whole 9,
Oh, I agree. Yeah, definitely. He does. He's done a lot of good things for the sport, and I think that, he's a part of the reason why these guys are getting pay-per-view points for this fight. You know what I mean? He has changed a lot of things in the game for the better outside of the antics. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter if Conor's gotten to the point where he's not just mouth. The guy has skills. You know what I mean? Just because he got beat by Khabib doesn't mean shit. You know what I mean? That's Khabib. You know what I mean? Outside of that, the guy's won 2 belts in 2 different weight classes, 2 of the toughest weight classes in the UFC. The guy has skills, and no matter what, if you like him or you don't, you're going to tune in and watch the guy fight. It's not just the antics; it's the skills too. The guy has the skills, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And that's even like you said there with he's a 2-time champion. Even though you could say he didn't defend any of the belts, it takes a fucking really skilled fighter to win a championship. Let's get back into the 170 division. Who do you got between Masvidal and Nate?
Man, that's a tough fight for me to pick. I am a friend of. I'm friends with both guys. You know what I mean? I've had a good relationship for a long time. You know, Masvidal handed my first pro loss. You know, we became friends since then. I don't really want it. I don't really want to pick on this fight. I don't really want to pick, and I usually will say, you know, like, no offense, this is, you know, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings with this too. I think he's gonna win. This is just a, you know, just may the best man win, and I hope to see both guys do very well. So that's just a pick 'em for me, and sometimes that's better because it's gonna make the fight enjoyable no matter what. Usually, if you got a dog in the fight, it's always it sucks when you see him lose, and you love to see him win. But this is one where it's like I like both guys. You know, genuine relationship with both guys. So I just want to see both guys compete to be their best, and may the best man win.
Oh, 100%. This is a fight like that for me as well. Like two of my absolute favorite fighters. Like I didn't want to see them fight, but now they're fighting, and it's like, oh, I don't know which way to go. But you kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm singling out the 170 division, so I think I know who you're fighting next. He definitely has black hair.
He just might. I can't say too much.
Well, I'm looking at the
top. He's in the top 8. I'll tell you that much.
Well, even that, I'm looking in the top 8. Everyone has black hair, so that's why I was going with that.
Yeah. See, look at that. Yeah, I'm fighting a guy with black hair. He's black hair, and he's in the top 8. That's your only clue.